several videos. Hello guys, welcome to Life Saga TV this evening, and I'm happy to show up this moment, even though I'm a bit unwell. Of course, you can hear from the voice, but however hoarse it is, I have to show up. They always say if you don't show up, nobody will show for you. Will show up for you. All right. So we are going into a quick discussion of Rwanda. Rwanda is at war, guys, and it is a threatening moment of civil war that might actually affect the regions, different regions surrounding Rwanda. And of course, South Africa is concerned about this because the Rwandese people are sending their soldiers in South Africa, and we saw Malema talking during the G meeting, the summit, indicating that South Africa needs to upscale their soldiers so that they are able to up for the difficulties of boundary or border boundary issues. And I don't know whether you agree that it is supposed to be a moment of war, or should it be a moment of calming the situation? How hard is it to calm war, or how difficult is it to calm war? Maybe I can ask that to you and let you dive into it. So guys, we are believing that Africa is at peace, but there is a serious problem in Africa because of late, the critical analysis I've been doing have always been cutting across countries with problems. Of course, some of you are aware of Guinea-Bissau. You are also aware of what happened in Cote d'Ivoire, Cameroon, Nigeria, Sudan, Ethiopia, which other nation? I think I've actually dealt with all those nations, and it's not a business as usual. And this is saddening, actually. When you look at the map of Africa, it's a world that should be at peace. However, somehow, you just get to have problems, whether it's West Africa, North Africa, South Africa, and East Africa. Of course, recently you saw the mayhem that was in Tanzania. And I hope you're also watching the mix of political challenges that are happening in Uganda. And Kenya, we are not also everything, because we've seen our own taste of, violence and insecurity. Mzwahera Deb, welcome. I believe this is my brother from Rwanda, if I'm not wrong. Possibly Rwanda, because I've been having some audience from Rwanda na wengi wanasema niongee Kiswahili, but kwa sababu watu wanatuangalia wengi ni from America, tunajipata tukiongea Kiingereza sana. So if you feel uncomfortable, you can actually let me know so that we talk in Kiswahili, some little Kiswahili, and press on. Kali, you're saying cook me some cassava. Where is cassava? And cassava also has a symbolic meaning. Cassava symbolically represents men, not women, and I'm a woman guy. So Carl, relax, okay? So, welcome once more, and I'm so glad that many of you are watching. And please like the video. Always like the video before you proceed, because if you don't do it, you forget to do so, and walk away before you actually do the necessary. So it's not a very nice moment when you see countries at war. Now, the conflict in Rwanda has gotten to a level whereby people are actually sending emissaries. We are seeing a lot of shooting. There is a lot of burning in the street that happened. Recently, we saw the church being burned down in Ason. And of course, that specific group that formed, a gang that was attacking people was formed in Uganda during the repression moment, if you can recall the history. Now, I'm not taking you back to history, but I just let you understand what happened. Now that today I'm not going to show the videos, maybe I'll do that on edutainment for us tomorrow, because I just wanted to show for a short video of about 20 minutes, so that it doesn't seem to be a dormant world on Life Saga. I've paid a lot of attention on edutainment for us, to an extent that Life Saga TV is actually trailing behind. But I still appreciate your presence all the time, because currently for this channel we are at 402 subscribers. And as I told you, my target last month was 500 subscribers. I hope by the time we are finishing December we'll be there. But all the same, I appreciate you. It's not easy. Even getting one person subscribing or two during a presentation is not a joke. Especially for this channel that has not been monetized compared to entertainment for us. It's not a joke, right? But anyway, what is the saga around us? Naman Bishit, Namaste. I believe you are from India. Welcome in the house. And how is Shiva and everything right there? Shalele, Goldwyn, okay. Naman, you said yes. Yeah, I knew it. I have a lot of people who follow me from India, and I'm so appreciative, actually. Yeah. Japanese people, I don't know why they don't really watch people easily, because I would actually also appreciate that. But thank you all the same. And of course, I always tell you, when you support me, somebody else will support you. Or still, I'll be somebody to do so. Thank you. I've seen 2 likes. User game. Welcome. Naman Pisti, you are saying it's amazing here, temperature at 6 degrees. 6 degrees so low. Why? I thought India is not cold currently. I thought it's only the people watching me from Australia today told me it's cold. Others also told me the other day Poland and America generally is cold. And I didn't know that India would also be cold. 6 degrees is low, right? I live in a hilly area. Which area particularly? Because I have so many people who watch me from India and they have shared different areas. May I know the specific area? For me, of course, I am in Kenya. Currently in Nairobi, a cold place, Limuru. That's why I've really been affected. But the place where I live is not that cold. Though it's not warm again as compared to where I used to live before. Namabishti, you saying? Uttarakhand? Okay. I'm getting that name right now, because I've heard of different places, but I didn't know there is Uttarakhand. But I really appreciate, and this reminds me that I actually plan to tour. When I begin travel content, vlogs, I'll be traveling to check on India because of the many audience I have from there. And I hope that one day, maybe as I am doing content on the street, I'll meet people who watch me all the time, and I'll be so happy. And some of them also promise to come to Kenya, and I hope when they come, they'll automatically maybe meet me on the streets. All right, so what's popping in India? Anyway, let's go back to our content. I was just doing a content majorly on Rwanda, something brief to let you know that everything is not well with Rwanda. And during moments of war, the people who suffer most are women and children. And I hope you understand why. These people are vulnerable. Some of them are emotionally attached to their home. They are also attached to their families. A man can easily disappear and leave you in a house when war starts. For those of you who have read the current books that the junior secondary are studying, junior school are studying, there is one of the books known one of the books that I've read from them, a Kiswahili book. Actually, a father joined the fighters, the warriors. And do I really even call them warriors? They were just military, the militia, the illegal militia. And the wife didn't know, imagine. And they went attacking even the neighbors, and they killed some of them. They, caused blazing fires in the neighborhood, and he didn't care. Paveen Sharma, again from India, I guess, from the name. I already said I'm from Kenya. So welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for showing up. And subscribe to the channel if you're new. Naman Bisti, you're saying, I know, I studied in school about that. Oh, you studied in Kenya? Or around Limuru? All right, that's good to know. I've taught some Asian students in when I was in Hamisi Boys, that is Mombasa, but not so many. Later on, when I go to this other place, I've not had a chance to teach them. Anyway, it is what it is. I also had a teacher who was from this community, so no worries. And of course, I've taught a lot of dancing songs, from Bollywood to traditional music from Orisha, region of India. And we also have some other two classes, Bharata and which other? I've taught that kind of music to the young people, and we used to do very well in music festivals, sometimes beating the schools which have Indians themselves. Yeah, as we praise to Shiva and all that, okay? Rama Shiva and all that. So, yeah, Bhavishama, I hope you got it right, or did you disappear? I hope not. Namabisti says, I see. All right. So let's proceed with the discussion on Rwanda, guys. And I wish you to be genuine and talk about Rwanda. What do you think is the solution? Because currently, USA is actually accusing Rwanda of causing instability, political instability in Africa. Oh, Namabisti says, when you will come tomorrow live? When? Did you want to ask when will you? I guess this was a question because at the end there is a question mark. Tomorrow, I guess it will be maybe around, we normally break for 10. So I believe it must be around 10 or 11, around 11, right? Yeah, I'll come live maybe around 11. Or if I don't make it at 11, then I'll have to make it at 2. 11 or 2, okay? Carl says, free Charles Taylor, president for life. Amin Dada. Amin Dada was actually done away with. Is he really live? Or maybe you mean another senior one, a junior, not senior. Oh, you want to free Charles Taylor? Okay. Anyway, for me currently, I really kind of, I like people like Traore, and there's another president will be sharing the name. Those people actually focus towards upgrading their nations, making sure that they don't spend too much on the, things that are not very important, while they leave what's important for the people. Namabisti says, oh, I have to sleep now. Very tired. Good night. Thank you. Good night too. Sweet dreams. For me, I'm also very unwell. A bit unwell. Actually, you can see I'm straining. And I'll be sleeping just sooner or later. So Rwanda is our business, and of course I'll be talking about it expansively tomorrow. Today I was just trying to hint into it so that you are set to actually have a discussion. But tomorrow, Namabisti or Carl, you can watch me on Edutainment for Us, not on Live Saga TV, because I run the two channels, and when I'm doing a long live, I do it on Entertainment for Us because I know the audience there are now used to my long videos. But here, I'm trying to keep it short because the people who are watching me here have not got the resilience of watching me for long hours. So I'm just trying to adhere to the demands of the audience. Now, what more is popping? Of course, in the house, there is something more about Kenya. Can you imagine the president went to the church in Kiambu, and when he was there, he began to campaign. He started talking about people electing him again in 2027 so that he proceeds with his journey, and said that it's unfortunate the opposition have people with small minds. He keeps saying that. I don't know why. And I just don't understand because everybody has their brains. How would you measure somebody's brains as being small just because they have different ideologies against you? I'm trying to think in form of what Traore says, even Malema. And I don't see how you can judge another person as having, the slightest brains just because they are contradicting with your thoughts. And funny enough, the government is hiding a lot of things from us, concealing a lot. And the reality is many departments are suffering in Kenya. They are being suffocated. That is why the president can go to America and is given a lot of billions USD with a deal that he does not want to reveal yet. But I know the nitty-gritties will come out and they'll be really, shocking to the Kenyans. Let's wait anyway. And as we talk about such, now the president came around assuring the people in Kiambu that he's going to release 5 million Kenyan shillings to buy a bus for the women, right? And the lady, Alice Wahome is crazy, right? That's my guess. She stood up and told Ruto that he can sell whatever he wants. That when you are in your house, you can sell anything when you are stuck. I don't know. If you are actually a citizen of a given nation, would you stand up and embrace that of your president, that they can sell anything, including State House if they want? That is what Wahome said today. She's crazy, right? That's what I believe, or am I the one crazy? Maybe you can let me know through your comments. Wahome stands up before women. You know, women have most times think before they speak, but I don't know. It depends maybe on what you want. When people want to bootlick, they don't care what they say. They don't even think before they speak. And they hardly listen to the ground. Because if you listen to the citizens, people don't understand even why Safaricom should be sold, leave alone Kenya Pipeline and all these other companies we've heard of. Now, how do you stand and say that you can sell even State House if you want as the president? That people sell what they have in the house. Really, like you can sell even your bed sheets and the everything so that you stand at night, you sleep suspended in air? I don't think that's right. You know, communication companies are a very crucial thing for a nation. Remember, Safaricom is our staff. Currently, Safaricom is controlling so much. I don't just want to talk about it currently. But if you try to check online, you will realize that Safaricom is controlling a lot. You get it? So if we sell that, it's like selling your own, bed sheets and now standing in the night. How can you manage to, unless you are Mudhoni who stood around the tree for 72 hours, and I don't think many people can manage that. That's why she's in the Guinness Book of Records. The Batman, those who are there listening at whoever I'm talking about, that your question is very funny, right? Yeah, so looking at what the president did, or rather said during that moment after the bishop had preached on the fact that, I don't know, sometimes some bishops just possibly change their preaching depending on who comes in the church. So the preacher, from what I realized, he was trying to embrace the president by saying that leaders are rightfully chosen by God, and then when they are chosen, they have to accomplish what they have to. Who says that? Political leaders are not chosen by God, are they? They are not. That's why they pour a lot of blood before they get into offices. If you are being chosen by God, you would actually just be none. Yeah. The Batman, you must have come in after I talked about where I come from. I come from Kenya. And of course, I'm not tired from sharing where I come from, because generally maybe you want to watch certain countries, so I'll let you understand so that if you decide to stay, then you stay put. If you don't like my country, maybe it also determines watch or not. But I embrace anybody here, so you can easily come around, because one day I may be touching on your country, or you may also share what's happening that I have to research on, so that I come out and talk about it. So mine was just a short video, not 20 minutes is enough even. And maybe I would actually welcome you to many discussions. And I would wish that maybe I begin getting kind of interviews with time. I know I'll do it with time. And of course, that needs a setting, a kind of decent setting that will let me share a lot of stuff with so many people. Thank you so much for your presence. And actually coming to the channel to watch what I'm doing. Batman, of course, my name is Prissy all the time. As I come here, I normally have to tell you that. And I do my reactions. Sometimes I try to do documentaries, but following a documentary is sometimes very tricky. You need a lot of time, you need to conduct correct research, and you have to do a lot of thorough editing to the video before you post it, because a documentary should tell the truth, especially when we are following on cases of death of somebody. So I've not had time to do that, but maybe I'll get it. Thank you, Batman. I appreciate for from your comment. And if I was not feeling as bad as I am feeling, I would have done a longer live stream. But it's only that I am trying so much, but I'm straining. So that's why, unfortunately, I've just been able to hold 20 minutes of my video. So bye bye for now. Let's meet maybe tomorrow, and with the grace of God, maybe I hope I'll be well. Bye bye.